Eccoci.
Mhm.
Allora, so today I am here with one of my students, Katie, who is from New York, and she's been amazing at our work together. I'm very proud of her and the work that she has been putting in throughout the last few weeks together. And so I wanted her to share with you her experience and how it has been for her. And I'm very excited for her to say uh, what has been like for her. So I am just gonna ask you first, Katie, like why you are learning Italian in the first place. Why did you
Um,
start?
so for as long as I can remember,
Yeah.
I've been really interested in languages, and I thought it would be really cool to learn another language. My older brother is fluent in another language, and so I really looked up to that. Um, and then when I was in college, I studied abroad in Rome, and
Mhm.
I absolutely fell in love with like everything Italian, the culture, really everything. And as I was getting more deeply, I guess, entwined in Italian culture, I kind of felt that the best way I could learn more about that was to speak the language, because there's really, I don't know, you lose something when you translate to English. So um,
Mhm.
it became this dream of mine to be able to speak Italian. But I thought I was never going to be able to, because I didn't think I had the right brain for speaking another language. And so I kind of forgot about it for a little while after I was in living in Italy. Um, and then years went by and I sort of picked it back up again. And I really decided then that I was going to um, really try and kind of put those thoughts behind me that I couldn't do it, and really work as hard as I could to overcome that. And I really, really, my goal was always to be able to speak and have a conversation and have this sort of fluent conversation between me and other Italians. And that was sort of my dream. So.
Yeah. And I believe that that is what actually brought you to our work together.
Mhm.
Yeah, so uh, because before working together, what did you do before we worked together?
I had done a lot. I had worked with tutors, face to, in person, online, where we met weekly and spoke to each other. I have done, I mean, I took Italian in college. I
Mhm.
took Italian when I was living in Rome. And so I had some formal education background. Um, but then I've also done a lot of self-study. So every resource I could find on the internet that was free, I've watched YouTube videos. I watched some Italian TV shows, um, listened to Italian podcasts,
Mhm.
read out loud in Italian. I do that a lot. Really anything I could find that was a free resource for me, or maybe like not super expensive. I was like, all right, I'm going to try and work hard. And if I just work super hard at this, then I'll get it.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah,
and
I think you
or,
froze for a bit.
oh, I'm sorry.
No, you just say and.
I think I did make progress with that, and I learned a lot.
Mhm.
And I got to the point where I felt like I had so much knowledge in my head, but I couldn't translate that to actually speaking the language.
Mhm.
And then I just decided there's something I need to do something else to make progress in that area, because that's really what I want to do, is speak the language. Knowing it wasn't enough.
Yeah, and this is why we actually started to work together because of the way you were feeling about your spoken Italian.
Yes.
Uh, and now that you came, so when you came to me, like you say, you felt like, oh, I had a lot in my head, but it's like I couldn't take it out and speak it. And now that we've been working together for about 2 months now, so what has changed for you?
Uh, I feel like my speaking And really all my conversational skills have gotten so much better. Probably have improved faster in 8 weeks than they have in 2 years, because we speak every day. And so we get so much practice and repetition speaking. And the feedback that we get every single day, like that was something that was really missing. Even I go to a conversational group. We meet together once a week, but it's a bunch of people who are learning to speak Italian, and so we can't give each other feedback. Maybe a little bit, but not something that's going to be super meaningful all the time. So with this program, I got feedback all the time, and I was able to make changes. Um, and sometimes I would make those mistakes more than once and get that feedback again. And so then it kind of sticks in your mind again. Um, and that has really made such a huge difference. The amount of time that we speak every single day, and the feedback that we get.
I'm very proud of you for doing it every day. And I don't want to scare people, by the way, out there. It's like, yes, the program is designed to help you get daily practice if you wish to.
Yeah.
But if you are like, oh, actually, to me, I just want to go a little bit easier, you can do that too.
Mm-hmm.
However, the amount of work you put in, that equals to the result that you take out as well, right? And for you, I'm really I'm super proud of you and all the things that you've done and the wins that you shared, because I also remember at some point during the program you sharing this message in the chat, group chat, saying, or was the private chat, I don't remember exactly, but you were saying like it was my listening has been improving as well.
Yeah.
Because of the practice. Do you want to share that, how that happened?
Yeah, that was probably my first like wow moment of the program. And I don't know if it was like the second week or the third week in.
I remember it was third week, I think.
Okay, I just felt like I was listening to a response that you gave, and I was like, I understood that, and I didn't have to look up words, and I really got what you were saying. And that's something that I struggled with before the program. And that's one of the harder things, or one of the things I found hardest about speaking was that I felt like I missed a lot of what the other person was saying, and so I was like, am I responding correctly? Did they ask this? So I questioned myself a lot because I wasn't sure exactly what they were saying. And now I feel like I have so much better listening comprehension because because of the way the program is structured with the recordings, I can go back and listen as much as I want. And that repetition really helped to kind of get over that plateau of, kind of feeling stuck, like I don't understand what people are saying. So yeah, it was a huge moment for me, like a big win.
Remember that,
Yeah.
it made me very happy when you shared that. Yeah, it was very, very yeah, okay, this new program. That was great. And so many wins and so many points that you can really feel that feel that's, I put in the work and now it's bringing me the results that I want. But overall, like, how was your learning experience? Did you enjoy it? Because it sounds like it wasn't right, but did you enjoy it overall?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the best programs I've ever done. I'm not just saying that. It really has changed, not only where I'm at, I feel, but just my perspective in general about my confidence, my motivation. I really feel like, wow, like I can do this, and I'm close, and I'm almost to that like end goal that I'm looking at. Not that there's ever really an end, you're always going to be learning, but I just feel so much more confident going in and speaking to others in Italian, and even more confident in when I don't know something, I can manage that better, and I don't have to freeze and just start speaking English because I don't know what to say. I have ways, and we talked about in the program, ways that you can continue a conversation um, even when you feel stuck, or you would have felt stuck before. And so that's really good too. It keeps you speaking in Italian.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy about that. And seriously, because your wins are like I don't know what's the right word to say. Like it's like my fulfillment. I was like, yeah, I made something good in this world. No, but seriously, thank you for sharing that, and it makes me also very proud that this feels like something like the best thing that you've done in your Italian. So thanks a lot for sharing that as well. And so now probably someone who is watching this is probably watching it because they're wondering, I would actually like to work with this Ermi girl, but I'm not very sure. There are so many things to consider. So is it really worth it? What would you say to them?
So I was in that position about
Yeah,
two and a
I
half
remember
months
that.
ago. And I wasn't, I was pretty sure I wanted to do it. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it. I have two little kids. So I have a lot of my time is booked with them. Financial constraints, I definitely have them. And I did sacrifice a little bit to do the program. And in the beginning, I was like, I hope this is worth it because I'm making a sacrifice. And now, honestly, really quickly, I would talk about with my family how much I was getting out of the program. And I was like, I really think this was so worth it. I was constantly talking and gushing about like, oh my gosh, listen to what I learned today. And it's just the amount of progress that I've made in such a short amount of time in comparison to how long I've been trying to learn Italian. It's if you're a person out there who maybe feels like you've hit a plateau and you want something to really push you over that, and so you keep advancing and keep progressing, this program definitely did that. I think it exceeded my expectations so much. And I have learned so much, and I feel like I have a path forward as well, and like it doesn't end here. I have a plan, and I feel like I have the motivation to keep going because of a lot of the things that we've done. So I'm super happy. I feel like, if you're questioning it, it is totally worth it. And you're not going to know until you like take the leap and do it. And part of it is the fear of like, can I do it? So if you're in that position, I would say just jump and you will not regret it.
Yeah, I'm glad that you took the leap because it was a real pleasure to teach you and to have you with us. And I love like what everything that's happening in the group chat and all the things that you share. And yeah, so thank you so much for trusting me on this. And I am so glad that it was worth it for you.
You're
Yes, thank you very much.
welcome.